All right, so I've knit across my 27 of the what will become 28 heel stitches with my contrast color. These last two, if you look at the pattern, you can tell that I have two more stitches, and then I'm going to have my purl one, knit two, purl one on this other end of the heel for those instep stitches. And again, the reason that I'm doing a knit two together on these last ones is because I'm going to do a slip stitch heel. And with the slip stitch heel, it works out better if you have an even number. I'm also going to recommend that you always slip at the beginning of your needle for your heels, because it's much easier to pick up those slip stitches on the sides than it is if you are just to knit them straight or purl them straight. So when I'm doing my slip stitch heel, I do it maybe a little backwards than some other people do because I prefer to just knit across the knit side. So what I do is I slipped my first stitch, leaving the yarn in back. I'm gonna purl and then slip my next stitch and then purl, and just leaving the yarn where in the front of the work, not flipping it backwards and forwards because I don't want that float to be on the other side. So I do my slip stitches on the purl side of my heel flap. I'll go ahead and work that across, turn it around, and work back in a slip one, knit across 27, and that'll give me slip stitches on both sides for when I want to do the picking up. I'll do a third video that shows when I pick up the color again, the main color again that I've stashed in the bottom of my sock for now, the cuff of my sock for now, so that you can see that. But basically I just cut, when I get done turning the heel, all the way turning the heel, I cut this yarn color and pick up exactly where this is to knit my first round. I'm also going to suggest that after you've done this splitting for the heel, you no longer need that beginning of round marker. You can go ahead and pop that off. But for once you get this splitting the heel done for several rows, you're just going to work the heel, and you're just going to leave these inseam stitches exactly where they are until you've completely turned the heel. So I hope that was a little bit helpful, and I'll have a part 3 coming shortly.